a very fancy dish. You don't see this a lot at all. This is a testament to the culinary masterpiece. It melts in your mouth. Let's try a little bit of meat here. Wow, that's so tender. I need meat. These are classic flavor profiles that not a lot of restaurants are still making them anymore. This one, again, you don't see this much anymore in a lot of restaurants. Oh yeah. Today I decided to eat at a traditional Sichuan restaurant, also quite famous. This place is called Xuan Xuan Xiao Yuan, and the owner or the chef also owns another two very famous restaurants. One is Michelin 1-star, another isn't, but probably going to be. And they also have a lot of disciples earning all kinds of awards. The chef and owner of this restaurant is called Zhang Yuanfu. He is pretty much at the same level as the chef called Lan Guijun, who is the owner for the Michelin 2-star restaurant Yuzhilan I have visited before. So they're pretty much on the same level in terms of technique. And his Japanese disciple also had a Michelin 1-star restaurant in Japan. And today we're trying this restaurant. So pretty much I can expect the same quality as the Michelin 1-star Song Yunzhe here in Chengdu. Let's try this. Okay, so now we have our first dish. This is called Guaiwei Jipian. Strange flavor chicken slices. I am so hungry. And also I was kind of forced into a vegetarian diet for the past couple of days. I'm hungry and I need meat. And here I have meat. Oh, this is amazing. I don't know if that's because I'm hungry or I haven't eaten meat for so long, or this is maybe just purely amazing. The seasoning is very accurate. As I mentioned multiple times, strange flavor is basically a combination of a little bit of everything. You have a little bit sweet, spicy, sour, numbing, a little bit tahini paste. Well, in this case, it's really sesame paste because tahini, like in the Middle Eastern one, is raw, but this one is toasted in most cases. A hint of sweetness, a hint of spiciness, a hint of numbiness, a hint of umami, a little bit of nasi flavor from sesame, just a little bit. And also, this type of chicken is what we call tuji, earthy chicken, right? It's pasture-raised or mountain-raised chicken. So it runs around. So the meat is very tender, very flavorful, very nice texture, with this very accurate seasoning, a little bit chili oil. Very good. Next up, we have an iconic dish from this restaurant. It's called Shao Cai Shizhitou. Shao Cai is this type of vegetable, but in this season, they don't use Shao Cai because it's not available. They use something else called Donghan Cai. Well, I don't think there's English for any of these, but the Donghan Cai in question that it's being used is called Malva verticillata. I think that's the Latin name. And well, let's try a little bit. So Shizhitou is lion's head, which is basically like a meatball, a giant meatball with Shao Cai or Donghan Cai in this case. Oh, just look at it, massive. It's being cut and sliced into 4 pieces. Let's try some soup first. Warm, hearty, slightly grassy, very fresh and seasonal. And the soup here has some thickness, has some body to it because they added cornstarch to it. We call it gouqian. It's like a glaze. And in this context, it's almost like bodiqian, glass glaze. Almost looks like glass reflection type of thing, right? Let's try a little bit of meat here. Wow, that's so tender. I need meat. And now I have meat. Oh my God, it is so tender. Tender, fluffy, airy and light, but at the same time has some fattiness to it. So you have like this porky, fatty aroma, but not strong, just a little bit, ever so slightly to provide that flavor. But like the texture, the tenderness is amazing. Wow. I come back. Moving on, we have a fancy dish. This is called 雪花鸡闹, which could be roughly translated as snowflake chicken mousse. This is prepared in a similar fashion as chicken tofu that I covered multiple times on my channel. So basically you have to smash the chicken so thin, so finely, and get rid of all the tendons, almost like a paste. But in the case of chicken tofu, you poach that in stock. But in this case, you sort of like saute it, but still a very fancy dish. You don't see this a lot at all. This is a testament to the culinary masterpiece. Oh, it melts in your mouth. So creamy. And you have this slight chicken fat flavor, a bit umami, but it's really like this texture, it's very delicate. Also like a bit of sweetness from it. It's not from any sugar, but just like the flavor from the chicken itself. It's still chicken, like a subtle chicken flavor with some chicken fat flavor and a little bit umami, but it's really about the texture that it melts in your mouth. And also on top, there is a little bit of a dry scallop to add further saltiness and umami. This is a great dish. In fact, I think this is better than some of the other restaurants that make this. I'm not gonna name them because we're buddies, but this is better. So here we have a showstopper. This is called 响铃肉片, ringing bell meat slices. This might look familiar to you because this is literally the predecessor of the more famous 锅巴肉片, which is burned crispy rice with meat slices. Both were iconic Sichuan dishes, but you see the latter one more than this one. And in fact, you don't even see that one that much anymore because now people just like spicy and numbing stuff. But these are classic flavor profiles that not a lot of restaurants are still making them anymore. And well, this is a treat that I got to have the predecessor of that dish. So the differences between the more well-known 锅巴肉片 versus this one is that the other one that you use 锅巴, which is crispy burnt rice. But this one is not the burnt crispy rice, but rather it is fried wonton and dumplings. We have the same ingredients, seltas, a little bit pickled peppers. This one is lychee flavor, 荔枝, but this one is grand lychee. So there are different lychee flavor profile. There is small lychee, petit lychee, which is kung pao chicken. You have a little bit sweet, sour, but this one, the flavor is more pronounced. We have the meat. Sweet, sour, a good balance. I think maybe a bit more sweet than sour. This is wonton. It is piping hot. Crispy, tender meat, and it's really about the sauce, this flavor, great lychee flavor profile, sweet and sour. Crunchy lettuce and wood ear, very good. This is, again, a textbook 锅巴肉片, except it's its predecessor. I'm glad I got to have this dish, because you don't really have this a lot. Next one, this is one of my favorite. 鱼香茄比, fish flavor eggplant pancake. This one, again, you don't see this much anymore in a lot of restaurants. Some still do, like this one. Very traditional, so basically you have like eggplant, batter and fry, and then seasoned with this 鱼香 flavor profile, fish flavor, a little bit sweet, sour, a little bit pickle, spicy. Oh yeah, that fragrance is amazing. Oh yeah. The batter is crispy, even after all the sauce. And you have a little bit of eggplant flavor coming through. 鱼香 flavor, again, very classic, very textbook. A little bit sweet, a little bit sour, a little bit spicy, pickle scent. This is also the dish you want to eat with rice. This one, I don't think has any meat in it. If it does, then it will be a little bit pork mince at most. But I don't think this one has it. But even with that, this is very substantial and satisfying. This is also very filling. Cucumber here. So that is pretty much this entire meal. The food is pretty good, a lot of varieties, very good execution, textbook flavor profile. I'll say this is even better than some of the Michelin one-star restaurant here. Well, I mean, by my standards, none of the Michelin star restaurants that I mentioned, plus this one, is like actual star but I think they're like quite good. You know, like you should definitely give them a try if you want to experience authentic Sichuan cuisine. And with that, I'll continue my culinary journey. Remember to like and subscribe. See you in the next one. Ciao.